The Democrats are promising a year-long fight against the tax plan. Nancy Pelosi tweeting this: Republicans are about to take a victory lap to celebrate pillaging the future of America's children. Hashtag GOP tax scam. Tony Sayegh with us now, Assistant Secretary of the Treasury, joining us from the White House. Ms. Pelosi also said the tax plan raises taxes on 86 million middle-class households. Will you deal with that, please?
That's totally false, Stuart. And by the way, great to be with you and your panel today. It's unfortunate that Democrats missed a major opportunity to actually deliver tax reform and tax cuts that significantly help the middle class. We even know from the Joint Committee on Tax that the majority of beneficiaries of this tax cut will make between $20,000 and $200,000. And if we were able to get Democrats to support it, we could have made this permanent, but they did not. They obstructed, and therefore, we're at a position now where we're going to continue to fight and make sure we do make all these tax cuts permanent in the future, because we know that middle-income families pay too much and need to have simpler, fairer taxes, and that's what we accomplished with this tax bill.
Well, Tony, I'm going to put up on the screen the logos of some major corporations, all of which, right at the moment of the tax deal going through, all of them said that they're going to either raise wages, hire more people, or give special bonuses to their employees, or invest in building new plant and equipment. All of the 7 on the screen are going to do that. Do you think there'll be more companies passing through the benefits of tax cuts?
Absolutely, Stuart, and that's exactly what we knew would happen. And the fact that it's coming out immediately after we got this historic tax reform bill passed through Congress, supported and led by the president all year, it goes to show you that there is this idea that if you give American companies more opportunity, they will then invest more in their workers. They will invest more, like Comcast, in infrastructure. They will invest more in things that are important into growing our domestic economy. That's exactly why we did it. The Council of Economic Advisors here at the White House proved that in a study recently that showed if we do what we said we would do, lower the corporate rate by 40%, go from a worldwide to a territorial system, get rid of all these deferral incentives that make American companies keep their profits offshore, American workers benefit, will get a pay raise anywhere between $4,000 and $9,000, which is why it's absolute hypocrisy and falsehood for Democrats to assail this as anything other than helping middle-income families and workers and small business owners. I understand the partisan politics and the obstruction piece, but they should not intellectually be dishonest and mislead the American people on the benefits of tax reform.
There's one thing in this tax deal that has got really a lot of people very upset, and that's carried interest. You know what I'm talking about here?
Yeah.
That is where a hedge fund manager pays a much lower tax rate than everybody else with a very high income. Why is it still in?
So, Stuart, as you know, the president wanted that out. He campaigned on eliminating carried interest. We tried several times, obviously, to get it out of the bill. Went through a conference process that ultimately had it in there, but that conference process also produced a terrific tax bill. So we're very happy with the ultimate product.
Tony, I hate to interrupt you, but we are reporting on Fox Business that some of the big private equity firms, KKR, BlackRock, et cetera, they made big donations to some of the people in that conference committee. In other words, they bought their way in to keep carried interest provision. That doesn't sound real good, Tony.
They make big donations to Chuck Schumer and Hillary Clinton, a lot of Democrats too, Stuart. And I'll remind you that President Obama was against carried interest. Democrats were against the carried interest loophole, and they never did it. Not when they had the presidency, not when they had the Senate or the House. Obviously, it's something that we wanted to see out, but we feel very good about the ultimate product. And I will remind people as well, you had a congressman earlier on your show, a Democrat from Youngstown, Ohio. If you think about why the president did this tax reform, he did it for the people of Youngstown, Ohio, and the people of Saginaw, Michigan, the people in Wisconsin who he met on the campaign trail, the forgotten men and women. And as a result, you're going to have an average family of 4 making $70,000 get a $2,000 tax cut. That's not crumbs, as that congressman tried to suggest. People who make $50,000 or less are not going to pay federal income taxes because of the expanded standard deduction and a lot of other benefits that we made sure went to the middle-income families of America. So I would just ask people to the proof will be in the pudding. Wait till you see your paychecks come February. Wait till you see your situation a year from now when tax reform has been fully implemented.
Tony Sayegh, thanks very much for joining us again, Tony. It's a big day today, and we appreciate your presence. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Great to be with you. Thanks.